welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm a postgraduate student here at the University of Oxford, and today is a day to get a lot of work done. I finished my first essay here at Oxford, finished the essay on Friday, so I gave myself yesterday to just relax, hang out with friends, watch TV. I watched War and Peace, I watched Gilmore Girls with Liam, and I just got to relax, and it was very nice. I needed it. And today is the day where I have to catch up on everything. So I have a bunch of things I have to get done. I need to get started on my readings for the week, but I also need to put out a blog post for that Oxford girl and plan some other things that are a little YouTube, the Red Hat Academic related. I'm currently trying to get some more information about my consulting services up on my website because I have been taking on so many different clients or meeting with so many different people. I am going to start charging, but it's a very minimal charge, and that does include me reviewing any documentation you want me to look at, up to 5 pages. And so I'm just currently working on trying to get that up on my website and figure out how to set up a payment route through my website versus either Venmo or PayPal. But that's currently what I've been working on. So I have to put up the blog post. I'm currently doing laundry. I need to work on my website a little bit, do some PhD application work, which I almost forgot about. I have to write out these statements of purpose. I know I already have like a basic draft. I just need to kind of frame it for the particular schools that I'm applying to, so I need to get those done. I have signed all of my recommenders into the online portal, so they can submit whenever they are ready, but I do need to send some follow-up emails with them, but I prefer to do that during the week because they're more likely to check those emails. I also want to get started on some work for my next essay, so I'm going to show you guys how I prepare for essays, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on how I actually write essays. But nonetheless, I figured that that would be something that would be really helpful for you guys, and somebody did request that. So what I'm gonna do is when I start doing the readings for that essay, I will show you guys how I'm taking my notes and how I'm preparing the outline. So I'm gonna go ahead, get working on this blog post, and I will check in a little bit. Alright, so I've been working for a while. Obviously I have showered because my hair is a mess. I'm just finishing up the blog post to send to Tilly, and then I am going to get working on some of my readings. I was hoping to go to the Christmas fair today, but unfortunately we have a MCR general meeting today, and I have to meet with the committee members because I am the women's rep for the Somerville MCR, so I have to go attend those meetings. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some food. I have not had lunch yet, and I am gonna come back and continue working. All right, so when I'm taking notes for class or for my research, I will generally work within this format. I think I've shown you guys this before in my seminar video, but I just wanted to show you guys again in case you guys are interested. So what I'll do is put in the title, and whether it's in italics, whether it's a book, or in quotations if it's an article, name of the author. Sometimes I'll put the full citation if I'm going to be doing research, just so I can constantly reference it. But because I'm not going to be referencing this work on any of my essays, I just wrote out the title. And then from there I will write the main arguments and the supporting arguments, as well as questions I may have, keynotes and takeaways, and then my other notes. So in here I have the blue, which is my own thoughts, the red is quotations from the text, and then green is for further research, so anything that is cited that I would like to look into later. So I'm pretty lucky because one of the books that we're reading this week I've actually already read for research previously, so I have some notes from back when I read it at UCLA, and that's what I have added into this document. But I will work off of this format that I just showed you guys, and it helps me keep things organized, and it also provides me with talking points, because for example, if the professor were to say what was the main argument of this text, or like what was this text about, then I would go to the main arguments. But then if I have other things that I want to bring up, then I'll look at my questions or supporting arguments, and any key takeaways, but the quotes are also helpful in case a point is made in class and I want to be able to draw attention to a particular quotation and have the class discuss that as well. So that's just a little tidbit of how I maintain my notes and how I'm kind of working on that format. If you saw this before, I was using my notebook, but I found that that is actually, it slows me down a little bit, and it's probably best for when I'm brainstorming notes or if I'm writing just my key points. So I'm actually currently in the process of considering whether I want to go almost fully digital. I will always use a physical planner, and I have other uses for my notebooks, but I'm kind of questioning whether in the long term, especially with a PhD, if I should switch to a digital format, say like an iPad. I know that a lot of other young academics, especially graduate students and PhD students, are switching to using the iPad and taking notes as well as typing notes on that. So it's something I'm considering. It is a big investment, and if I'm not going to use it, then I don't want to commit a bunch of money to it. So I'm still thinking, but if you guys have any thoughts on that, and if you guys have actually used an iPad Pro for your notes, I'd love to hear you guys' feedback and tell me what you guys think of that. And if I ended up doing it, would you want videos on that? And that's another aspect, is if it's something that I can actually use to help you guys, then I would be more likely to consider it. But I'm still kind of on the fence, and I'm doing a bunch of research on whether or not that's a good platform to be using. Enough rambling. I'm just gonna continue to work on these notes and just plug in, listen to some music, and get to work. Alright, so typically I do not recommend sitting on your bed to do work, but my back has been killing me. So I came to sit down and work on my computer, and luckily since I'm taking my notes digitally, it's pretty easy to work from anywhere. So I've just been working on my readings, and now it is about time to go to my meeting for the MCR, and they're supplying pizza for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go, and I'll check in a bit. Alright, so I just got back from the MCR meeting, and I also had a consultation with a follower. I think he had messaged me on Instagram. So we just talked about his Oxbridge application, as well as studying abroad opportunities and financing. And it's really great because the more I get to talk to you guys about your own journey into academia, the more I can improve the advice that I'm giving. So it's also really helpful for me because it helps me think about the things that I need to be giving advice about. So the MCR meeting went really well. I have a couple of ideas as women's rep. I am going to talk to the social sec and president about potentially setting up a group to head to the Women's March. I think it's the Bread and Roses March in London in January. I am unfortunately going to be missing the Women's March in the US this year, which honestly is like quite heartbreaking. I have gone the last 2 years, and it has been a marvelous and like just life-changing experience. So I am excited that I get to go to the one in London, though I will be missing the one back at home, back in my own country. That being said, I have a couple different ideas for the women at Somerville College and the MCR, and I'm excited to try and set some things up. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just gonna give myself the night off. I am going to get up early tomorrow and do my readings and prepare for the week ahead, but I have quite a bit of a headache, and I want to be able to get this video up for you guys tomorrow, and that means that I need to get a good night's sleep. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shut down my computer, I'm gonna turn off my phone, and I'm just gonna read a nice book for the rest of the evening. I have been reading this book called Ninth House for the last couple weeks, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't typically have time to do any recreational reading, so it has been really enjoyable to just give myself some time outside of academia to do some reading. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I know this video is really short, but I wanted to get something up because I missed last week, and I am really sorry for that. But don't you worry, more videos to come every Monday and Friday. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. And if you made it to the end of this video, please leave me a comment with your favorite tea flavor, and that way I'll know which viewers of mine are watching till the end. And if you are not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
He started with hello on a summer afternoon. I lost my